What's up, guys? It's Taco. I'm out back behind the headquarters today. Today I thought I would go through and show everyone what I did to rig my kayak up. Now, rigging a kayak, like I said, sometimes you got to put a lot of thought into what you're going to do, you know, especially if you're going to get into drilling holes and stuff like that. But let's just go over my kayak behind me here, kind of show you what I got going on. So if you're looking to rig one up for yourself, maybe this will help steer you in the right direction. So first off, starting at the front, right here, this is where my transducer comes through. My transducer's mounted up underneath, and I used a Yak Attack through hull fitting kit to run my transducer wire back. It was a pretty simple product to use. The biggest thing is I made sure I sealed up behind it real good with some silicone to make sure we weren't having any issue. So to continue on with the kayak, right here is where my PDL drive is mounted. In my PDL drive compartment, I carry my whistle. Real important thing to have. I also carry a Navarre kayak fishing floating prop nuts, a prop wrench, and I have my shear pins in there. If I'm out and I have a problem, I break a shear pin. It gives me the tools to fix it out there on the water so I'm not stranded. A couple other things I added. Right here, I have a Yak Attack cleat. Now this is here if I want to tie up to a buddy. You know, if I want to drop an anchor and have a spot to tie off to. Anything like that, anything you would need to tie off, it gives me a spot to tie off real easy. Next thing I come to right here is my Railblazer rod tubes. I like the Railblazer stuff. It comes out real easy. You just put it in place, press the little lock that keeps it in place. So if you want to swivel it, like I say, just unlock it, pick it up, turn it whatever way you would like, lock it back into place. The reason I like these, it has a little gate here. If I have a long butted rod, it can stick out a little bit, or I can flip it down so that when it's pointed to the inside of my kayak, you know, I don't have a rod butt sticking way into my kayak, really eating up a whole bunch of cockpit space. Another accessory I added, right here on my seat, I've got some kayak cushion. Kayak cushion makes a great product. Like I said, on the seat, it gives you a little bit more cushion. Doesn't add a lot of heat, but it does make your trip a lot more comfortable. Also on my seat, right here, these are Navarre kayak fishing. This is their seat risers for the Old Town PDL. Makes my seat sit up 1.5 inches more. Before I ordered them, I looked online, found the sizes that they made. I kind of mocked it up, come out, sat in my kayak to see what felt comfortable. Up underneath my seat, I have an access port here. And right down in here, this is where I keep my battery. Now, I have a 9 amp hour battery. Basically, it powers my fish finder. I bought a small waterproof box from Walmart. I want to say it was 10, 12 bucks. I modified it a little bit so I could run wires to it. Run the wires to it, I connect it, and I have a small 3/4 inch cam lock strap to hold it in place so it's not sliding around. Right here I have my crate. You said I have my landing net. You always want to have a landing net with you, and I use this as a tackle box. So I'll put in some Plano boxes in here. I got some extra tubes to hold some extra rods. And this is where I carry my stuff, you know, my tackle and stuff. Right here on this side, I have my Old Town. This is the rudder control. This picks the rudder up and down. Now on the rudder, the only modification I did get the Navarre Kayak Fishing. I bought the rudder pin upgrade from them. It really helped take some of the slop out of the rudder. The original rudder had a little bit of play in it. They were using a pin that held it in versus a bolt, so it had some slop in the steering. Like I said, them guys down at Navarre Kayak Fishing, they really bailed me out on a lot of things on this kayak, be it my transducer mount, the seat risers, the floating prop wrench, the rudder upgrade. And as I watch stuff, they keep coming out with more new things for the kayaks. Like I said, I'll probably end up giving them some more money for myself as this goes along. As I come up the other side, I have my paddle holder. Now I have a 250 centimeter Bending Branches Angler classic paddle. Even though my boat's a pedal drive, I'm still going to carry a paddle with me. You know, should something fail, I break the prop or something, you want to have a paddle with you. You know, even if you go with a electric motor or something like that, you definitely want to keep a paddle with you. Right here is the steering control. Like I said, that just moves the rudder left and right. Now up here, this is kind of where all the magic happens. So I have my Garmin Striker 4. And this is the Clearview Vivid. You know, I got this all hooked up, it's wired in. So the Clearview Vivid Striker 4. Right here is where I brought my wires back out of the kayak. When I did the wiring, it did take some time. Like I said, I had to drill a rather large hole, so by all means, before you drill your holes, really sit down, make sure you have stuff where you want it. Definitely take the time and mock it up, just so you're not trying to patch a 1-inch hole that you drilled for your transducer wire. Also, on my depth finder, I bought the Yak Attack, but I bought a universal mount. They make one that fits this exactly. I bought a universal one because I like to take and put a pair of pliers right there next to my depth finder. I just have a pair of pliers. I have them on a little lanyard. Basically, I just drilled and egged out a hole, drilled a little hole for the lanyard to tie off to, and I'm going to rock out with that. Anytime you do a kayak, anytime you do your kayaks, have fun and make it yours. Like I said, nobody else I know has that style setup right there with the pliers right next to the depth finder, but it's a handy thing to have. You're going to need the pliers, you're going to use the depth finder. It just made sense for me. So have fun and take your time and rig yours up for you. Right behind my depth finder platform, I have another Railblazer mount that goes to another GoPro. That way I can make those videos up for you guys. Get out there on the water, have some action footage with the GoPros. I definitely have some fun fishing videos planned. I'm going to use the Railblazer mount. Also bought an action hat. I'm going to use that. And I just picked up something kind of new and neat, which is this. This is a little remote that can strap to my wrist that I can control my GoPros from, instead of trying to do it with my phone or reaching out to do it. The last little thing I have right here I have another Railblazer rod holder. He said sometimes when I'm out, I'll put a rod in there, maybe with a bucktail on it. Kind of just let it do its thing, dead drift it. You know, really not give it no action other than what it's getting from the kayak. You would be amazed at how many fish you catch doing stuff like that. All in all, this is my new kayak. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I did have quite a bit of fun rigging this up. It took a little bit of time. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to comment on this. We'll get back to you on what we did, or you know, send us some photos. Maybe we can shoot a couple ideas your way if you're concerned about where to mount a through hull fitting for a transducer, or you know, any questions about any accessories we have. You know, feel free, give us a comment. We'll get back to you on it. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to catch you guys out there on the water. Thanks.